Good morning. Happy Friday. Aileen here. How are you doing? I'm actually a little bit hoarse this morning, so please bear with me. I've lots of drinks and water around me to help me get through and so that I don't lose my voice. I was in Dubai last week and we got back, and the weather is a little bit chillier here in the mornings. So somehow I picked up a cold. And on top of that, my younger boy was up with growing pains last night. So I'm looking a little bit wrecked and tired today. But I've done my best with my colors. As you can see, I got my bright yellow out and, makeup and and proper lighting makes a big difference. So if you're joining me here this morning, say hi, please. I'm just starting to see some eyes joining. Can you pop a hi in the comments, please? Let StreamYard know who you are, please. There should be a link either above or below this video, because I'm not going to be able to go out into the group this morning because I want to share some slides and I just have it set up, and I know if I move off this setup, I'll just lose it all. So I'm just going to stay on StreamYard. So unless you give StreamYard permission to see who you are, then I don't know who you are. And I absolutely love when I know who I'm speaking to. If you have any questions, you're totally welcome to answer any questions whatsoever. The slide or the PDF I'm sharing this morning will be available afterwards in the guides section for you to download. So don't stress too much about taking notes or, trying to take everything down. Just sit back, relax and enjoy the session. If you're on this session on replay, #replay. If you are watching it live, as I said, please say hello and let me know what's your favorite color. So this morning I'm going to be talking about fashion, the fashion color trend report from Pantone for autumn winter 2223, and it's just out. And as a result, you're going to start seeing these colors in the shops. And I always used the Pantone Fashion Report as an opportunity to reach out to existing clients and to new clients to let them know about this new information. And yeah, it's a fantastic opportunity to create a workshop or to create a newsletter or to create social media posts using this new information, because these colors are going to start appearing in the shops. Some of them will be in there already. So if you're a little bit ahead of the curve and you're providing this information to your clients, they're just going to keep coming back. If you are up to date, you can advise them in terms of which colors they should be going for and which colors they should be staying away from. This is a fantastic opportunity. That's how I like to look at these Pantone fashion trends. Okay, I've got 5 eyes, but I have no idea who is here. So please say hello if you're here. It could be just that the comments aren't showing yet. Sometimes there's a bit of a delay. But if you are here and you want to say hello, say hello. Give StreamYard permission, please, because I'm not moving into the group this morning. I'm staying right on here on the StreamYard platform. Okay, and I'm going to get straight into it because there's actually 2 different reports. There's one out of London and one out of New York. So I want to cover them both. And as I mentioned, what I'm sharing with you here this morning is going to be available for download. So don't stress about, having to write notes or anything like that. So let me go in here and share. And can I get the thumbs up or a comment that you can actually see what I'm seeing, which is the London Autumn Winter 2022-2023 colors. Can I get a thumbs up from someone that you actually see that? Again, I'm not seeing anything at all on StreamYard for some reason. I'm sure there are people commenting in the group. Let me just pop over to the group for 1 second to see if you're there. You're probably seeing my screen now. So don't panic for the moment. I just want to make sure that first of all, I'm live in the right place. And second of all, that I'm getting some comments. Let me just have a peek and see. Okay, am I seeing myself? Am I seeing myself? No, I'm not seeing myself. So maybe I'm not live. I'm not sure. Let me just check. Normally, I see myself live in the Facebook group. Oh, I'm not seeing. Oh, I am seeing myself live. Hi. And I am seeing a comment. I'm seeing a comment from Ilham. Hello. Hi. How are you? And that's brilliant. I can see that my screen sharing is working okay as well. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it. I'll come back and have a look at your comments a little bit later, but basically I can't see anything other than the London Autumn Winter 2022-2023 colors up in front of me here. So what I've done is I've taken this information from the Pantone color report and I've put it in PDF format so you can actually download this afterwards. So if you look at these top colors here, you can see the first one is, oh God, the coughing is starting already. You'll see that the first one is Molten Lava and the second one is Dragonfire. Now, to me, these are very obviously warm. So if I was going to immediately categorize these, I would say they both fall within autumn on the seasonal system and warm within the tonal system. Definitely the Dragonfly is bright enough also to work with spring. And some of the other tonal designations as well. So if there's anything you don't agree with what I'm saying, please do actually, just pop a comment in the box. I don't mind at all. Okay, now I'm starting to see stuff here in StreamYard. And Diane, thank you. Good morning, Breatha. Brilliant that you can see everything in the screen. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Where am I going now? Here we are. Okay, so the first two I would obviously say are warm. They're autumn or warm. The next one is actually very, very close to Pantone's what's it called? Merry Perry. Am I correct in saying? Oh, very, very Perry. I think that's the name of it. The Pantone's color of the year. And you can see here, this one is a little bit duller. It's not quite as bright. So you can see that I have categorized this actually as a neutral. I could see both a summer and an autumn wearing this. So I would put it on the soft muted category for tonal and either summer or autumn, depending on how summer they were or how autumn they were. So to me, it's very, very close to Pantone's color of the year. So you're going to be seeing all kinds of variations of this color. And you can go a little bit softer, more pastel for summer, and you can probably go a little bit warmer. You definitely can go a bit warmer for autumn. Okay, so far so good. Let me just check in StreamYard in case there's any questions. If you're agreeing with me, brilliant. If you're not agreeing with me, just pop in there what you think instead. Color is subjective. You know, it's not a science, it's an art. And, you know, there is a fine line, say, between colors that suit a winter and colors that suit a summer. For instance, I'm a summer and I totally wear colors out of the winter palette. Sometimes I even take colors out of the autumn palette. Actually, the color I'm wearing today is actually strictly out of the autumn palette, but it works beautifully for me. It's very close actually to the spicy mushroom. Spicy mustard over here on the right. But I've worn it with navy and I feel really good and it doesn't overwhelm my coloring and I actually really love it. So all the colors can be adjusted as well, unless it was something really, really bright and I was wearing it on its own, it probably wouldn't be great on me. So the next two colors here, the abundant green and the spicy mustard, I would say they're both warm. They're autumn or warm. Now, the abundant green, when I looked at it first, I thought, oh, is it a winter green? No, I think there is a warm undertone in this green. And I think that it may fit in deep in the tonal category, but I actually wouldn't put it as a winter color. I just don't think it's clear enough. It's kind of muted and warm. So I'd be interested to hear everybody else's opinion on that. Do you agree with me that abundant green is a warm autumn color? Okay, so in this London autumn winter palette, really what I find is that the only season that isn't really represented well is winter. There's lots for autumn, lots for summers. There is even lots for spring, but not so much for winter. So that's a bit of sad for winters. But when we move to the New York one, there is a great color for winter. So moving down into the second row here, we're looking at the first two colors here, which is like really kind of a dark sky blue and a strawberry cream. I would categorize both of these as summer. And potentially also on the tonal system, they would go into light, especially the strawberry cream one. So these are beautiful colors for summers or people with light skin tone and light coloring on the tonal system. Next up, we have water sprout. And this to me is warm. It's warm and it's light and it's quite bright. So I would put this in the warm category and I would categorize this as spring or light. I love that color. Actually, I could get away with that color, but I probably wear it, excuse me, with off-white or a small percentage down for my face. Or oftentimes I find as a cool summer that I would wear this with a darker color. So the lighter and the darker works quite well on me. All light doesn't really work at all. And you can see I play with colors all the time. So let me just pop in here to Breda saying definitely see warm in the green too. Yeah, actually Breda, I'd say that green would be absolutely fabulous on you if I do say so. Okay, and then we're on to the next two colors, chicory coffee and cardamom seed. Again, I see both of these as autumn or warm. They're muted and they're earthy and they're warm. And these two would be fabulous neutrals actually for autumns and warms. I think they would be great neutrals for spring, but they probably need to, wear them with some brighter colors. So spring might wear it with water sprout and the chicory coffee, and it would be absolutely fabulous. And like say this warm muted green here would look fabulous with the spicy mustard, but maybe a little bit brighter for a spring. Okay, so those are the main colors from the London Autumn Winter 2223. And these down here are what we call the core classics, or what they call the core classics. So these colors I have classified as either warm or cool. So the first three colors will be great neutral really for any of the warm seasons, whereas the other two are more suited to the cooler seasons. So there you go, a nice short summary of the London Autumn Winter 2002 colors. And now I'm going to skip on down to the New York colors. So you can see there's some of them kind of similar and some of them kind of different. That Lava Falls, for instance, is very, very similar to the Molten Lava. And you can see, again, that I have categorized this as warm, autumn, deep. Now, over here, the Samoan Sun, again, to me, that's more spring. Of course, autumn can wear this as well. Autumn and spring can wear both these next two colors, both the Samoan Sun and the Orange Tiger. They're brighter, This is a brighter version of the spicy mustard that we saw above. Now, this Samoan sun is a bit too bright, a bit too warm for me. And that's kind of why I've gone more for the spicy mustard. Orange Tiger, gorgeous color. And even the combination of all those three first colors are actually be stunning on an autumn or a spring. The percentage that you might wear together might be a little bit different. And over here is our lone winter color, which is the rose violet. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I am seeing it everywhere. So I would consider this a winter or a bright. It's a cool, bright pink. And then New York's take on the green is it's even warmer, I think, or it's more obviously warm than the green up here. They're both warm, actually. So I would categorize this again as autumn or deep. And down here then we have nosegay, which is very similar to the pink that we saw previously. So that will be summer or light. Water sprout, we had that above. So it's actually the exact same color as above. So warm, spring, light. This caramel cafe I have put as an autumn. It's muddied, it's earthy. This is most definitely an autumn color. It's a deep color. And over here then we have two warm colors. This blue is definitely more warm. Same with this martini olive. Even though it calls this midnight, to me it doesn't really, maybe it's midnight in the summer, I don't know, but it's definitely both these colors are muted and warm. Okay, and then down here we have the core classics for New York. So you can see here that we have two warms. Actually, we have three warms. We have this lovely Loden Frost as well, which I think is a gorgeous color for autumns. But it's put down here as a neutral. And then you have two cools and you have two more warms over here. So that was it in a nutshell. I prepared this earlier in the week because the last time I did a color update, I kind of tripped myself up with all the technology and I didn't kind of know what I was doing, moving between the screens and stuff. So what I have done now is I've made it really simple and stayed on StreamYard. So what are your comments on the colors? Breatha is saying she loves the whole palette. Now, I know you love the whole palette, Breatha, because you're in autumn. And autumn is really well represented in the autumn-winter colors. So there's so many beautiful colors in there. I think winters will definitely be disappointed. Springs are represented in there, but a lot of the colors aren't very bright. So they probably want to go brighter. Now, the truth is, when you go out into the shops, you won't find those exact colors. You never do. Breatha saying, love the summer blue and pink, but as an autumn, not great on me. Yeah, they would be really hard to make them work on, you know, an autumn person, unless maybe you wore them, especially the pink, with, you know, a muted green, like a warm muted green, and wear the pink, you know, down from your face a little bit. I'm seeing some people talking here now. I'm just going to go back into the Facebook group because then I can see who it is. Let me refresh this. So were you able to go in there and decide all those colors yourself? I'm wondering. Was there anything that surprised you about the colors, the autumn-winter colors? Did you have any questions for me about them? I think, you know, my little report that I'm going to put into the guides here in the group afterwards, you can just download it. And you can even, you know, copy and paste it into a slide. I would most definitely use it as an opportunity to get in touch with your clients and say, you know, I'm going to run this little workshop, whether it's offline or online. When I worked face-to-face, I used to bring people into my little studio. I had a small little studio, and I'd bring people in for what I used to call at the time an insights night. And I would bring people in, and my existing clients loved it. And I would tell them, and, you know, bring along a friend for free. So I think I used to charge kind of a nominal fee for people to come along and to get a color update. And they would introduce new people. So they would be raving about their colors and talking about how they use their colors and asking my advice, etc. And they would have brought along this friend for free. And basically, oftentimes, you know, the friend for free would book in a color consultation, because you know yourself, once people see other people using their colors and how beneficial it is, you know, people immediately want to get their colors done. So this Pantone color update is really, really powerful. Now you can do that exact same thing online. You can do what I have just done there in a little half an hour workshop online, and just have a little offer at the end of it. Have a little offer where you say, okay, you know, because of tonight, because of this little workshop I'm doing, I have a special offer on my color analysis. So if you book in a group of 2, or if you book in a group of 3, you get this discount. Whatever, you just make up a little offer. But it's that opportunity to get back in touch with your client. It's that opportunity to give existing clients more value, so that they recommend you. And it's such an easy and fun thing to do as well. So, you know, I'm a huge fan of the path of least resistance. You know, find something that's easy. And I used to always find the little color workshops so easy, so simple. You can have a little handout like I have for you today, with a little giveaway at the end of it, or a little promo at the end of it. So people can download the information. So you can see exactly what I have done today. And you're totally, totally welcome to use any of the ideas that I talked about here. Christina said, I love using both the bright colors and then the soft tones for when I want to look a little less formal or professional. Fabulous. And what season are you, Christina? That sounds like an Irish name, Christina. Are you from Ireland? Ilham said, thank you for the color report. I'm going to do a live in my group and was just going to share my screen. Absolutely fabulous. Just like what I did there now. Yeah. So basically, don't complicate it. Actually, people don't want complicated. People want simple. Oftentimes oh, you are Irish, Christina. Fantastic. Where are you from? I love my Irish audience. Because I'm away from home for so long. I'm away from Ireland since probably 1999. I have not lived at home in Ireland. I'm from Limerick since 1999. So it's still my first love and home, of course. So I always notice if somebody's name is Irish. So what season are you, Christina? Or what tonal designation are you? Or maybe you don't know. I don't know. Thurles and Tipperary. Wow, you're just down the road from my house, Christina. I'm from Limerick. I'm from Croom. Well, Manister out the road. So any other questions, guys? It's just a simple little thing to do. It's a touch point. You can, as I said, you can create a lead magnet from this. You can create an email. You can use it for social media. You can use it for a little workshop. There are so many different options, and it's one of the new things that we can use. And it's one of the things as well that your client will immediately see a benefit from, because these colors are in the shops. They're in the furniture shops. They're in the clothes shops. They're in makeup. So, you know, these are really, really useful it's a useful little workshop to share with your clients. So any other questions in here? I do see some tears in here. Tony is sad. Why are you sad, Tony? Are you sad because summer's not well represented, or because I know that Tony is a summer? Why are you sad? Let me know. Sometimes it's just a slip of the mouse, and sometimes it's I don't know what it is really. So just let me know, Tony. I'd love to know why you're sad. Okay, so as I said, you will have the download available to you. what I recommend you do is just print it off or keep it on your computer as a PDF. You can print it out as a PDF. It's not in the guides yet. I will do that after this. I'm just really trying to catch up with myself today. I am bleary-eyed with tiredness because of this boy. He was up a lot of the night with, I think they're growing pains. It's really in his knees, but usually there's some kind of painkiller and hot water bottles and massage. And you know yourself, once you're woken out of that deep sleep, you never really recover. And on top of that, I have this horrible cough, which kept me awake the rest of the night. So I totally needed my spicy mustard today to liven me up. Tony said, "Oh, Aileen, I wasn't sad. I was just adjusting my screen orientation, and I obviously hit the button. Oh, so sorry. No problem, Tony. It just made me laugh. I was wondering why you sad." Excellent. Really, really good. So that's my little session for today, guys. I really have nothing else to share. So it's really short and sweet. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, everyone who joined me live. As I said, I will get on the job immediately of putting the PDF up into the guides section where all the replays are available, so that you guys can go in there and get it. And thank you, everyone, for joining me. If you're watching this on replay, #replay, any questions, I will come back in here and have a look. Thank you, everyone, for being here this morning. Take care. Okay, there's one more question before I go. I'm starting to see stuff now that I'm going. I don't know who that is. I think I'm more inclined to go with the cooler tones. I wear a lot of both London and New York colors. However, I'd be more inclined to lean towards the cool New York autumn winter palette. I love color. It becomes my standout piece. Fantastic. You're welcome, Diane. You're a very, very welcome, Christina. Okay, I'll go now. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend ahead.